today I just want to highlight a couple things that we have here at Seachoice that can help you with any seated cooler you have on your boat. We're once again on my neighbor's boat here. If you look down, he's got a cooler pad, which is really old, pretty disgusting. This is not ever going to be able to be cleaned again. It needs to be replaced. So we'll replace that. We've got some latches that are bad. We'll go ahead and put new latches on here. And then if you look down, so here and here we have cooler holders. And on the back you have more cooler holders. These are dry rotted. They're really bad. If you ever take the cooler out, they're really easy to cut yourself. They need to be replaced. So we'll go ahead and replace those too, and we'll see what it looks like at the end. So for all these, all I'm going to do is just simply take out the screws. As you can see, this is pretty much done. All the plastic is broken. All these will just have 3 screws holding them in. All Phillips head screws on this boat. All right, number 2. All right, so I've just finished taking all 4 of these off, which looks significantly worse. As soon as I put some pressure on them, a lot of them snapped. This one, you can see a whole side of it snapped off. If your cooler holders look like this, you really need to change them, especially if you have small children running around that may slip, put their foot somewhere they're not supposed to. This could easily injure somebody. Also, you know, if you're in salt water where the boat is jarred by tides and things like that, you may unintentionally create a flying object. And this could easily have a cooler break loose from it. And that is something you don't want bouncing around your boat. So as you can see here, while I have access to this underneath the bases, I'm just going to do a quick cleanup. I'm going to use the Seachoice deck cleaner that has a cleaner in it and also has a protectant in it that will protect this surface once we put the new holders back on. So you can see it got really good out that big black spot out of here. Now that we're clean, we dried it just to make sure we're ready to go. I don't want anything growing underneath here, so we dried the area, and now we're ready to install. We're going to replace the old beat-up cooler holders with these new Seachoice ones. They should fit in the same holes. Really nothing too hard required. Just put the screws back in where they were before, and we'll be off and boating. All right, so the last feature of these, this new set, is that we have these great bungee straps to hold the cooler down to the stands. So you don't create your unintended flying object. Just hook simply to the cooler, and then we'll hook down here at the base on one side and one on the other. And we have one for each side of the cooler so that it will hold your cooler in place no matter where you're going. We're continuing our cooler renovation here today by just putting on a new Seachoice Igloo 94 quart cooler cover. We have all sizes for Igloo coolers. As you can see, made of really nice white vinyl. Got clips on the bottom here that attach. So we'll just go ahead and put it on real quick. One thing I'd like to note that's pretty interesting about this thing, it does Velcro on the bottom should you ever need to get to the pad, but the pad is also encased in plastic down here. So I think that's a cool feature. So all we're going to do is simply set this on top, find the buttons, last thing I'll do is replace the latches on this cooler. It doesn't have any currently because they broke off. So we'll just go ahead and quickly put these on. Once again, another quick and easy project for a cooler. Makes a huge difference when you're out riding and boating. So I just removed the old piece of the old latch, which is just all that's left. And now we're just putting on the new one. Same screw holes, nothing's changing. All we're doing is changing out the plastic. This is a really old cooler, slightly different than probably how today's models are made. So the holes are in a slightly different spot. So I'm going to go ahead and just line this up with the latch, the screw holes right here in the middle. So I'm just going to put it down, screw it in. Okay, same thing on this side. All right, as you can see now we have a smooth opening and closing cooler. We got great alignment on our latches. Put the pad back on. This cooler is much more functional than it was before. Used to be a safety hazard. Someone really couldn't sit here based on the condition of the previous seat cushion. So now we've got a really comfortable seat for any rider, and we have a functional cooler. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the water.